Rod tossed, recovers again. Rev Rod is being thrown everywhere. Ooh, a big hit from Lamelt, and Rev Rod is tossed overboard. Creature from the Black Lagoon pulls a fast one and goes down backwards. Look at Lamelt take that jump from way back on the track. Creature goes off the track. Creature slices underneath Lamelt, and just like that, the champions have been dethroned. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust World Championship final. Graveyard Smash is out, but 9 new teams and Emerald Undercurrent are going to compete to eliminate all the other teams and claim that trophy. Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Yonda. This is the Junkyard Joust. Each of these teams has had to fight their way into this final through multiple matches. What we've got here is the cream of the crop. Let's take a look at our teams. Amaranthan has proven to be a resilient team, and they have a good offense. Crimson Crashers are all about offense, and they have the Fleet Flyer with a secret weapon. Devastation Wagons are a heavyweight team, and they're hard to get off the track. Sponsored by Ranaman, our Season 1 champions Emerald Undercurrent are back, and they're ready to shake things up. Indigo Ice Picks have a good combination of agility and survivability. Legionary has devastated their competition, especially with the Hammered Coupe. Our wildcard entry into the finals, Mind Control, has proven themselves to have a surprising survivability. The Sunrunners have made it into the finals every single season, and this time they have a very promising team. Sting Operation has agility, and they're aggressive. Thunderlords are a bruiser of a team, and they are hard to eliminate. The rules are simple: survive. Every car has to drive down the track, smash into the rest of the cars, and if they end up upside down or sideways at the end of a round, they are eliminated. Any cars that are right side up at the end of the round move on to the next round. It's the finals, so we go until there is only one team remaining. Evil Weevil's gonna take his place as the track buffer. Evil Weevil's sister in competition tonight made it to the finals. 31 Doozy's gonna start out for Amaranthan, sponsored by Wayland Enterprises International. The running order is up. You can see the randomized order the cars will be going down in. Of course, the teams get to choose which car they want to send down when, and that's part of the strategy of Junkyard Joust. Emerald Undercurrent doing just that strategy, sending down Lamelt. And now cars are going to have to deal with the low back of Lamelt. First car to have to deal with it, Mercury Sable Wagon, sponsored by Liz's Wizard Arts and Witchcrafts. The wagon drives right over Lamelt and flops off the track upside down. Lamelt already claiming a first victim, and it's a Devastation Wagon. And here is the car that was responsible for taking out Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's Hammered Coupe, sponsored by Deluxe Flame. Look out, Lamelt. And Lamelt gets tossed up in the air, pushed over, and makes an amazing recovery. That was a close call. Hammered Coupe making an aggressive play on Lamelt here, but Lamelt manages to survive it. But wow, that was an impressive hit, and Lamelt barely scrapes by. Indigo Ice Picks are going to send down GT Hunter, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. GT Hunter smacks the coupe, which was curbside, and now the coupe is sideways on the track. We'll see if it stays like that, and the coupe kind of backs away. I think it's scared. Crimson Crashers aren't wasting any time, sending down the Fleet Flyer, 181 grams with the secret weapon. And bam, there goes GT Hunter upside down, but look at that. Hammered Coupe makes an amazing recovery. Did it flip? It didn't quite flip. It did flip. It flipped over. You couldn't kind of see it. And that was a pretty good recovery by the Hammered Coupe. Legionary breathing a sigh of relief. The secret weapon did not deploy on that run. Looks like they're keeping it in there. Captain America now sponsored by Illuminati Public Relations. Thunderlords like this vehicle. It's big, it's heavy, it's hard to get off the track, and now it's created a little sort of a ramp right there in the back of Fleet Flyer. Wildcard Team Mind Control is going to send down Iron Golem first, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. And the Iron Golem hits the back of that heavy vehicle and flips up in the air on the forklifts and just hops off the track. Ultimately, that is going to be a successful run. No damage, but also did not get eliminated. Sunrunner sending down Lightning Speed, sponsored by Swedenborg Smorgasbord. Sunrunners have a very particular order they've been sending their cars down in, and it seems to be working for them as a strategy. Here comes Scorpedo for Sting Operation, sponsored by Ellie's Hop Shop. Scorpedo knocks Lightning Speed off the track. Lightning Speed makes a nice dismount, and now Scorpedo is lined up. Next hit will be from Cruella DeVille, sponsored by Sean and Patrick Hogan. Cruella de Vil has been a shining star on the Amaranthan team. They have a couple good vehicles, but this one is great at staying alive. And for the second car, Emerald Undercurrent's going to send down Eye Candy, longstanding member of the team. Eye Candy smacks Scorpedo off the track. Scorpedo makes a good recovery there, sliding off Captain America. And now Eye Candy is in trouble. Next up, it's going to be the Volvo 850 Estate, sponsored by Swedenborg Smorgasbord. The Volvo destroys Eye Candy. Eye Candy flying all over the place and cannot even attempt to make a recovery. Just skitters upside down over by the crates. Great hit there by the Volvo. That was just nasty. Volvo, though, is now curbside. Next up for Legionary, it's going to be Dual Fueler, sponsored by Sean and Patrick Hogan. Dual Fueler pops that Volvo off, and yep, that is not good for the Volvo. Good hit by Dual Fueler. That's definitely going to be an elimination if the Volvo cannot come back from being nearly upside down right there. Coming up now, it's Let's Go for the Ice Pick, sponsored by Chome. Let's Go cannot get anything to happen on the track and just locks it in. Crimson Crash is going to send down the Porsche 930. The Porsche gets underneath Let's Go, but can't quite get it off the track because of those crunched up front wheels. Don't let it get as much speed as it could. Captain America busts now for the Thunderlord, sponsored by Sean and Patrick Hogan. 102 grams of power rocks the field right now. 3 cars thrown from the track. All of them in their current positions are out. That was absolutely devastating. Let's Go is a car that's been able to recover from most anything. That Porsche has been as well. Wow, that was an aggressive play by the Thunderlords. They did the right thing sending that vehicle down. Mind Control now Spider, sponsored by Jedi. Spider gets behind Captain America and his back flips up, which is not something he wants to happen. That thing's supposed to protect him, and it's not going to do it now. Here's a car that's pretty agile for the Sunrunners, Off Track, sponsored by Wayland Enterprises International. Off Track. I don't even know what just happened to Spider right there. Spider tilted up almost on his face, but couldn't quite get all the way there. That's just a weird position to be in. I don't think that's going to end well. Good hit by Off Track, though. Super Singer's going to try to finish Spider off, sponsored by Sloth's Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Super Stinger gets Spider all the way up on his face and kind of gets underneath, but still couldn't get him off the track. Off track, great recovery there. Amaranthan going to send down the Mercedes, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. And a big hit there. Super Stinger is tossed off the track by the Mercedes and flips upside down. Solid hit there for Amaranthan. Emerald Undercurrent now with Salt Shaker. Salt Shaker tries to get underneath the Mercedes, can't quite do it, and locks it in. I think that line of cars is about to get disrupted. 76 Buick Estate, sponsored by Hey Steve Productions. Bam! 2 vehicles removed from the track. Spider goes off and Salt Shaker's upside down. Those are both probably going to be eliminations. Solid hit. The Mercedes somehow lived through it. And there you can see Salt Shaker upside down for Emerald Undercurrent. Next up for Legionnaire, it's Double Vision, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Double Vision doesn't get anything going with the Buick, and now is curbside. That's not going to end well. Ice Pick's going to send down the Hydroplane, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Hydroplane knocks off Double Vision, but look at that. Double Vision makes a great recovery. Now the Hydroplane is upside down. Ice Picks had high hopes for Hydroplane, but not paying off right now. Crimson Crasher is going to send down Animal. This thing is an undercutter. Watch out below. Animal gets underneath the Buick, and a vehicle that's never been eliminated is just eliminated solidly by Animal, and the Devastation Wagons have just seen their best vehicle get destroyed. Spider Machine now, sponsored by Chome. Spider Machine takes out Animal and returns the favor. Animal thrown up in the air and cannot make a recovery. Spider Machine savaging the Crashers on that one. Now it's going to be Ocelot, sponsored by Hey Hey's Hatchback Hangar. Ocelot! Wow, look at this! Another car that's never been eliminated. Spider Machine tossed upside down. And Ocelot also may have just sacrificed herself to take out Spider Machine. Wow, that is crazy. 2 long-lasting cars may have just gotten eliminated in the first round. Here comes Power Piston, sponsored by Bentley's Brakes and Bumpers. Power Pistons further takes down the Ocelot. And if you look at the field right now, you've got a solid line of cars, and then suddenly there is a point where the massacre begins. A lot of great cars already getting eliminated. Bee Sting now, sponsored by Judy Collins. Bee Sting almost takes out Power Pistons, but Power Pistons flips around and lands on his feet. Good hit there by Bee Sting, but Bee Sting is perched in a precarious position now. Auburn 852, sponsored by Sloth's Automotive Sachet and Buffet. The Auburn slaps Bee Sting off the track, and Bee Sting, another vehicle that lasted a long time for sting operation, right now in deep trouble. Berserk's up next for the undercurrent, gonna cut through the chaos. Ooh, Berserk runs into trouble from two Amaranthan cars, biffs off the side and goes right upside down. An unimpressive start for Berserk. Volvo P220 Amazon now, sponsored by Wolfo Fiber Art for the wagons. And the Volvo somehow causes Berserk to flip right side up, and Berserk kind of drives away like nothing happened. Wow, that was a crazy recovery, and unfortunately for Amaranthan, looks like the Mercedes is in deep trouble now. Troy Soldier, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. Troy Soldier smacks into the back of the Volvo, can't go anywhere, and is stuck. Up now, it's the Blue Shark, sponsored by Judy Collins. Blue Shark slams Troy Soldier off the track. Nice hit there. Blue Shark has never been eliminated. It's been a very reliable car for the Ice Picks. Crimson gonna send down the 67 Ford GT40 Mark IV next, sponsored by Turbo Ventures. The Ford undercuts Blue Shark. This is a dastardly hit from Crimson Crashers. They may have just taken out Blue Shark, and Ice Picks are going to be devastated if that's the case. Wow, the undercutters on Crimson are just merciless. Iron Man's up for the Lord, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. Iron Man smacks that car underneath a few more cars. The Volvo gets shunted off to the right, and Blue Shark continues to stay upside down. Wow, we've already seen a number of cars that have never been eliminated. They're out in the first round. This is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes Cookie in the cart, sponsored by Wayland Enterprises International. Cookie goes underneath Iron Man and flips upside down immediately. Might not stay like that, but wow, what a hit. And now there's a big pileup there. It looks like a pileup that's ripe for the hitting. Buzz-Off is going to give it a shot, sponsored by Jedi. Buzz-Off slaps Iron Man over the top of the Ford. The Ford goes upside down, and Cookie is still upside down in the minecart. Good hit for the runners there. Dragon Tail now, sponsored by Wayland Enterprises International. Dragon Tail causes an upheaval, and I think the Mark IV recovers, and so does Baby Cookie. That shot did not do a whole lot. Actually, Buzz-Off's now upside down. Still on the track, though. That was chaos. Here comes the custom Cadillac Fleetwood to enter the fray, sponsored by Raggle Radio. Dragon Tail takes off and jumps over the big pile of cars, flies over fairly well right until the end, and then turns sideways, and that might be it for Dragon Tail over there. And here comes the latest addition to Emerald Undercurrent, Gallant Eterna. The Eterna goes right off the back of the Fleetwood, flips over, and makes a fantastic recovery. That's one of the reasons that they picked that car up. Look at that, and guess what? Saved Dragon Tail from certain doom. With a little knock, it came upright. Next up for the wagons, it's the 67 BW 1600, sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. 1600 locks it in on the track. Devastation wagons haven't been doing so well this round. That thing's got to stay alive. Next up for Legionary, it's the Commuter, sponsored by Raggle Radio. The Commuter gets underneath the squareback, just about pushes him off the track. Can't quite do it. Next up, it's Power Rocket for the Ice Pick, sponsored by Swedenborg Smorgasbord. Power Rocket knocks the squareback straight up in the air, off the track, and the squareback makes a good recovery. Praetorian Guard now for Crimson Crashers. Praetorian slams into the pile, and two cars are upended. The Commuter and Fleetwood upside down. Power Rocket managed to survive that. And just look at the hill of carnage right there in this spot on the track. I've never seen anything like it. Seems like easily 2/3 of the cars that are coming down are ending upside down in this area. Now here comes Thor for the Thunderlord, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Thor hammers into Praetorian Guard, and Power Rocket goes flying off the edge and manages to stay upright. Thor's locked in. Mind Controls wisely saved their most unstable vehicle till the end. Redstone Monstrosity, sponsored by Sloss Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Redstone actually didn't really do any damage. In fact, helped Buzz-Off make a recovery over there on the right-hand side. That's great news for the Sunrunners, not so much for Mind Control. Redstone is now curbside. Speaking of the Sunrunners, here comes What 4-2, sponsored by Chome. What 4-2 slams into the back of Redstone Monstrosity and can't make much happen. Redstone trying to lock it on the track, but too big. Here comes Evil Weevil Sister, sponsored by TJG. And a big hit there from Evil Weevil, and What 4-2 tumbles and can't quite make it back upright. And that was the final car of this round, so What 4-2 is going to be a loss for the Sunrunners. And scanning across that massive pileup, it looks like we lost 24 cars in this round alone. That's almost half the field. It has been a wild first round in this final. Let's go to the aftermath. Devastation Wagons and Ice Picks were disasterized in this round. They each only have one vehicle left. Crimson lost 3, a lot of their undercutters, and Emerald and Amaranthan each lost 2. Legionary lost 3. Mind Control and Sting Operation each lost 2, and Sunrunners and Thunderlords did great for themselves in this round. Only 1 loss apiece, though it was a big one for Thunderlords. On to round 2 of the finals. Evil Weevil slotting in at the middle of the track. Sunrunners are up first, and they are going to send down Lightning Speed first. They do like to do that, and here's your running order this time. All 10 teams still in this match. Next up, it's going to be Captain America for the Thunderlords. Seems like the Thunderlords like to get this vehicle down early on as well. First up for Sting Operation, it's Dragon Tail, who had that near miss last round. Smashes into the back of Captain America and gets Captain underneath Lightning Speed. Lightning Speed able to hang on, sort of pinched in between Evil Weevil there. Now Cruella DeVille for Amaranthan. Cruella smacks a couple cars off the track. Lightning Speed and Dragon Tail both backing off in relative safety. And now Buzzard for the Undercurrent. Buzzard can't do any slicing and dicing this time, just smacks into the back of Cruella, and Evil Weevil's off the track. We got a nice line of cars going. Let's see if Iron Golem is going to continue lining up or cause some mishaps. Oh, that was a nice hit. Buzzard gets tossed off the track. Iron Golem just lifted him off with those forks, and luckily for Buzzard, managed to make a recovery. Now Iron Golem is curbside. Praetorian Guard now for the Crashers. Big hit on the Iron Golem, and Praetorian Guard knocks it upside down, flips on its forks, and it's probably done over there by the crates. Tough hit for Mind Control. Legionary down to 2 cars, Double Vision's up. Double Vision slams Praetorian Guard off the track. That was a great hit. Praetorian getting some of the same medicine that he just gave to Iron Golem. Indigo Ice Picks lost their ace in the hole, Blue Shark. Now it's just Power Rocket. Power Rocket knocks Double Vision off the track. Rocket's got to stay alive here. Devastation Wagon's also down to just the VW Squareback. The Squareback slams Power Rocket off the track. Luckily for the Ice Picks, Power Rocket makes a good recovery, and now Squareback is curbside. Sunrunner sending down Off Track. Off Track tries to take out the Squareback, but can't do it. Pops up on the back of Squareback and stays on the track. The Captain America bus, 102 grams. Big hit, sends 2 cars flying all the way over to the junkyard, goes off track and slams into some of those cars over there, but he survives. Squareback also does a pretty respectable job of recovering. Scorpedo. Scorpedo, nowhere to go, pops the back of the Captain America bus up a little bit, but can't get anything else happening. 31 Doozy now for Amaranthan. The Doozy knocks Scorpedo off the track, squeezes it in between Captain America, and that is what saved Scorpedo right there. And here comes the car that got the number 2 spot in the finals last year, Lamelt. Lamelt, a nice gentle tap in behind the Doozy. Nothing too dangerous there, but now Lamelt is dangerous for everyone who comes down.
I'm here to help you out.
Baby Cookie in the minecart gonna take the plunge. And the minecart flops into the back of Lamelt, starts to push it under the doozy, and Cookie wobbles around and settles in.
I hope this helps.
Here comes a big hit from the Fleet Flyer. Let's see if they decide to release that secret weapon. And they try, but it doesn't come out. Cookie goes all the way down to Captain America. Lamelt is underneath, and the doozy is knocked upside down. That could be an elimination for Amaranthin. Looks like they intended to release that secret weapon, but it got stuck halfway out. Interesting test coming up for the Fleet Flyer. Hammered Coop's coming down. Hammered Coop tries to get under that flyer, but can't do it. Goes into the back. That's going to create a little bit of a jump now, potentially. Secret weapon comes halfway out again. Buzz-Off is up. Buzz-Off does not go off the back of the Hammered Coop. Pushes the Coop up farther into Fleet Flyer, but stays on the track. Next up, it's Iron Man. Iron Man forces Buzz-Off up on the back of Hammered Coop, but can't quite have enough force to get him to fall off, and he backs right up. Evil Weevil had a vicious hit last round. Let's see what she can get up to this time. Evil Weevil able to get Iron Man off the track, but that is about it, and then she skids right off to safety, though, so that's good. Iron Man, however, is not in a safe position. Auburn now for Amaranthin. Auburn manages to push under Buzz-Off. Can't get Buzz-Off off the track, but Auburn's got that low slope back. Could be a bit of a ramp. Next up is the Gallant. Hey, it's beat up, but it still runs. Gallant slams Buzz-Off off the track. Buzz-Off makes a nice recovery after a flip there. Didn't even notice that happened. And Iron Man manages to also make a recovery. The Gallant is teetering. And I think Iron Man wants that trophy for the Thunderlords, going over and trying to get underneath it. It's a little premature, though. Still got a lot of competitors on the field. Next up, it's the Monstrosity for Mind Control. Redstone Monstrosity goes right off the back of the Auburn, drives down Fleet Flyer and flips upside down. Not a good result there. Mind Control suffers the loss of their biggest vehicle, and the Gallant makes an amazing recovery from that hit. Now here comes Power Pistons. Power Pistons flips off the back of the Auburn. The Auburn goes off the track to the side and is fine. Can't say the same thing about Power Pistons, though. Just flipped right upside down and is done. Tough loss there for the runners. It's the Lord of Thunder himself, Thor. Thor tries to get that hammer down, but can't do it. Goes off the back of Hammered Coop. Speaking of hammers, skitters all the way across two vehicles and makes a recovery. Thor taking full advantage of those wings right there, I think. I don't know how he managed to make that recovery. That was impressive, and that was a nice jump. And round two is already over. It looks like we lost a total of 5 vehicles on that round. Taking a look at the battlefield. Let's head into the aftermath and see who we lost. Amaranthin lost one, Crimson lost one, Devastation managed to stay in the competition, Emerald didn't lose any, and Icebex stayed in as well. Legionary still at 2, Mind Control got the worst of it that round, losing 2. Sting Operation still at 3, Sunrunners down to 3, and Thunderlords stay at 4. Here we go into round 3. Captain America starting us off for the Thunderlords. Still got 4 left. They are looking really good right now. We still got 10 teams in this match. Sting Operation's gonna start off with Dragontail. Dragontail pokes the back of Captain America, and Captain America runs up to the front of the track, kind of like he just got stung. Buzzard now for the Undercurrent. Buzzard gets that blade under Dragontail. Dragontail is on the ropes, but then makes an amazing recovery, bounces off the wings and flips over. Great job, gonna stick around for another round, it looks like. Lightning Speed. Lightning Speed, a fairly gentle tap on the back of Buzzard. Can't really get anything going. Double Vision. Double Vision gets under Lightning Speed, and Buzzard is forced off the track, but not enough power there to cause much damage. I think with that big engine, Double Vision would have tried to do more damage. Cruella DeVille, Amaranthin down to 2. They have not really been in this position in the matches they've been a part of. Lightning Speed makes a great recovery on that hit by Cruella and pops back over right side up. That was a close one. Now it's time for the square back for the wagons. The squarebacks knocks Cruella under double vision, and double vision flips over upside down. That is gonna be an elimination for Legionary. They are just gonna be down to the hammered coupe. Ice Picks now with their only car, Power Rocket. Power Rocket slams into the square back and goes curbside. Very ineffective hit right there, but it may have positioned Power Rocket to rocket right off this track on the next hit.
I'm an entrepreneur.
It's the minecart.
You ain't no friend of mine.
The minecart pushes Power Rocket a little bit farther off the track. Can't quite do it, but now it definitely looks like that thing is going to be rocketing. And how? Fleet Flyer is up next. This is going to be a big hit. Power Rocket goes twisting off the track. Cookie is squished. A wild hit, and somehow Power Rocket still recovers, and the secret weapon does not deploy. Let's see what happens when the Captain America bus hits it. The bus slams into Fleet Flyer. Wow, got Fleet Flyer up in the air on the back of that minecart for a second. That was looking dangerous. And nope, that secret weapon is still stuck. Scorpedo now for the operation. Scorpedo slams into the back of that heavy bus and can't do anything. Cookie is poised on the back of that squareback. Here comes the Eterna. Eterna bounces off of Scorpedo, but wow, did that end up working out flawlessly. The Eterna just bounces, flips, and is safe. This car has been a really solid addition to Emerald Undercurrent. Total survivor. Off track. Off track goes flying, but that is what off track likes to do. Look at all the twists and turns, and somehow off track ends up right side up at the end of this. That was incredible. Sunrunner's got a winner right there. Now Scorpedo's got something to worry about. It's the hammered coupe. And the coupe knocks Scorpedo off, but Scorpedo takes advantage of the Eterna being right there and flips off and recovers. Now the coupe is going under. The Captain America bus could be trouble. The Auburn's got a chance to do some damage here for Amaranthin. The Auburn does it, pushes the hammered coupe underneath the Captain America bus, and that heavy vehicle goes sideways and is out. A tough elimination, but these two cars in concert got him. Iron Man. Iron Man does a weird flip off the back of the Auburn, bounces and goes upside down. Wow, things are suddenly not looking good at all for the Thunderlords. 2 successive eliminations. Evil Weevil now. Evil Weevil tries to take out Auburn. Can't quite do it, goes up on the back of Hammered Coupe. And here comes Lamelt. Undercurrent electing to send Lamelt down later in the round. Lamelt gets right under Evil Weevil, and that was a nasty hit. We've seen Lamelt do that to the track buffer time and time again, and unfortunately for Sting Operation just happened again. Buzz off now for the runners. Buzz off gets underneath Lamelt, and look at that. That was nearly a devastating hit. Lamelt gets pushed off the track. Not many cars can actually do that, and Lamelt is in danger here. Thor's up now. Thor slams into Buzz off, the final car for this round, and nope, they're not going to do any more damage to Lamelt. No more damage at all. That's the end of round 3. Scanning the field, it looks like we lost 4 cars on that one, and the ones that are going to take the brunt of it are going to be Thunderlords. And a close one for Lamelt in that round. Taking a look at the aftermath, Amaranthin staying at 2, Crimson still at 1, Devastation and Ice Pick still at 1, and Emerald is still at 3. Legionary down to 1, Mind Control still at 1, Sting Operation down to 2, Sunrunners at 3, and Thunderlords, who were looking good last round, not looking quite as good now with 2. Right now, Sunrunners and Emerald Undercurrent have the most cars left in this competition, but we still have 10 teams alive in this thing. There are 17 cars left, and we're going until there's just 1 team still alive. Make sure you join me next time for Junkyard Joust when we find out who the new world champion's gonna be. Good news, everybody. We reached 60 patrons over on the Junkyard Joust Patreon, and I am gonna start building the post-apocalyptic set. Become a patron now, and you can see updates as I build the set. I'll be posting pictures, and of course, the more patrons I get, the cooler that set is gonna be, so I encourage you to become a patron now. There is no better time. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Junkyard Joust.